Okay, congratulations. That was a lot of negotiating, but we got you to where you wanted to be. Now we just need you to fill out that credit app.
Well, before I do that, I'm probably going to go with my credit union. They have 6.5% for 60 months. I know my credit really well. I stay on top of it. So I know I'm tier 1 credit. However, if you think you can beat that interest rate for the same term by at least a half a point, I'd be more than happy to give you that opportunity. But no shotgunning. You can send it to 2 or no more than 3 banks to get that. Do you think you can do that? Hi everybody, I'm Kimberly and welcome to Auto Finance Sense, where I help you make sense of the dealership finance office the next time you buy a car. Let's get started. Now you may know that I always preach to know your credit first. There are so many free and paid online resources, there's no reason why you shouldn't know what your credit looks like. And when it comes to auto loans, that weighs heavy. You might also have heard me say that when it comes to getting an auto loan, it's not just about a score. Yes, the score has a lot to do with it, but it's the entire picture. And in videos down the road, I'm going to put that entire picture together for you. I've seen people with very good credit get declined because of other circumstances. I want to touch on an article that recently came out on carsdirect.com entitled Ford Cuts Interest Rates for Bad Credit Buyers. Now, I can't verify that the information in this article is 100% accurate because I myself have not actually seen the rate sheets sent to Ford dealerships and finance managers. But basically what this is saying is that on 2023 Bronco, Sports, and F-150s, they're going to make it so that not just Tier 1 or even Tier 2 credit will be eligible for any kind of rate incentives. And what I mean by rate incentives, they're also known as APR incentives, subvented rates, or APR specials that are set by the manufacturers. And typically you have to have great credit to obtain these incentives. I'll link this article below, but just let me read a little piece of it. So this would enable Ford credit borrowers with as low as Tier 4 credit to take advantage of much lower interest rates. In Phoenix, Bronco Sport deals for Tier 3 and 4 offer 0.9 APR for 36 months. Previously, the best rate was 4.9. Ford's published financing deals go down to a Tier 5. So it sounds like Ford really wants to sell these vehicles and they're willing to take the risk on a lower credit tier. So how do these tiering systems work with auto lenders? At the beginning of each month, the finance manager at the dealership is going to receive a rate sheet. This is going to be from the manufacturer that sets any kind of APR incentives or subvented rates, such as a 0.9 for 36 months or a 2.9 for 60 months. They will receive rate sheets from other lenders as changes occur. That could be in interest rates or it could be in their lending guidelines. Typically, within those lender guidelines, there will be tiers 1 through 5. 1 typically being a 740 and above, but not always. You see, lenders set those guidelines. One lender's tier 1 might be a 740 plus, where another lender's tier 1 might be a 720 plus. Now, back to Ford. It sounds like they're making lower interest rates more available for riskier tiers, which can save thousands and thousands of dollars in interest alone. So why am I talking about lending tiers today? Because I don't want you to be the average person that walks into the dealership. Here's what happens when you say things like, I know what my credit looks like and I'm Tier 1. Or you might say, I know my credit well, I'm a 680, so I should still qualify for a Tier 2. If not, could you call your lender and get a tier bump for me? Be sure to use the term buy rate. What is buy rate? I talk about this all the time. Buy rate is the interest rate that comes over on your approval to the finance manager before they mark it up. By speaking their language, it automatically puts you on a different level in their eyes and changes certain processes that they may use. It also quickly builds your confidence. It turns the tables around so that you take control of your deal and could potentially save you thousands of dollars. So, know your credit first, use the online resources. Even if you don't have excellent credit, let the finance manager know that you know what your credit looks like because you're staying on top of it. If there's something that needs to be cleaned up, you can let them know that you're working on getting it cleaned up. Let them know that you understand how auto lenders work with their tiers, tier 1 through 5. So if the finance manager comes back to you and says, I'm sorry you don't qualify for the special APR incentive, then you're going to ask, well, what does a tier 2 or a tier 3 qualify for? Use the term, I know what buy rate is, and use the terminology rate sheet. Ask the finance manager, check your rate sheet for me and find out what the buy rate is for tier 2 or tier 3. You will blow them away and turn the tables to your advantage. No one knows what a rate sheet is. That belongs in the dealership. So arm yourself with this knowledge and use it. Now, a good finance manager will offer to sit in the office and go over your credit bureaus with you. They can't just print out your credit and give it to you so you can walk out the door with it. But they shouldn't need to do this. Why? Because you already know. You're way ahead of them. All right, so take advantage of your newfound knowledge, use it, and get ahead. Okay, I hope you got a little something from this video to help you out the next time you head for the finance office at the dealership. If you don't mind doing those YouTube-y things, hit the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you know when I upload new videos. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.